So welcome to all the classic car enthusiasts. This is the hydraulics of the trailer, just to show you. So basically what I did was I took this apart, which is the actuator for the load and unload, or for jacking the ram up and dropping it back. And there was a couple of O-rings that they didn't seem damaged, but they did seem quite flattened out. So what I've done is I've gone there and got a new, this backup nylon ring that's in there. They have a split in them, like a chevron split, and they're actually meant to be like that, the backup. So I've got this one replaced and this one, and what I'm going to do now is put it back together and see how we go from there. Hopefully now it'll work. I mean, the proof of the pudding's in the eating. Even if it works well with nothing in the trailer, obviously the real test will be when it's loaded up again, but I'll only ever put under 2 tons in it, 1.6, 1.8 max. And these were the two O-rings that were replaced, and they are quite hard, so maybe it's just they bypass them because they're not as flexible as they should be. Hopefully that will be the situation. So I'll put it all back together, and what I'll do is take it to the car. I've got to tighten this one first on this valve block, and then I'll put the whole thing back together. But what I did buy when I was there is I bought a complete 5 litres of hydraulic oil, because I want to take the oil out of that one. And I bought this nice little syringe kit. I need this anyway for the other cars, but it comes with just basically a little vacuum pump and a bottle and a filter. All right, 12 euro. You can't go wrong really. So yeah, let's see if this works. So I'll put it all back together. It does lift the ram, but it's not going up to the full extent, and it is coming back down. So there's obviously something else. It's not just those O-rings. The tank is absolutely full, but I think what's happening is I can see, if you look, I don't know if you can just see in there. You can see it's foamed up, and I think what's happening is when it's lifting, it's then dragging the foam in the air, and that's why it's not pushing the hydraulics up, because that tank is enough to lift the whole thing fully. I know that's a fact because I actually broke the strap to the maximum extension of the ram, so I know that tank works. So it's obviously dragging in air somewhere. You can see it's all spilling over again, but that is definitely aerated in there, you can see it. So I'm going to have to leave it to the pros, I think. Yeah, there's obviously something not quite right. Whether it's that valve block there or that one, I'm not sure. So the only thing I do is take it down and let them have a look at it and go from there, I'm afraid. So that's it for this. So the next bit I'll take you on to the boot lid of the Mini. Okay, so starting with the Mini, now you can see how bad that is, or how bad the rust is in between it. If you can hear a bit of hissing, that's that compressor in the corner. It's just one of the lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting this out, and I'll do it on video. But when I get to the bit where I start cleaning it up, I'll probably fast forward it, because otherwise it'll take too long. And we'll just see how far the extent goes back. This panel, as you know, there's 2 of these panels. There's another one here, but obviously because these hinges were put into it from an Audi A4, I actually fitted in. You can hardly see where it was. I fitted this in to give it some strength across here, so like a huge gusset, but I rolled it in the English wheel so it fitted the same profile. I think you can see it looks quite nice. So yeah, I'll start cutting this out and show you what we're up to. Well, I think it's pretty obvious how bad this skin is on here. You can see I've just taken this piece off here like you do with the door skin, and all the flanges are really bad. I think basically I just need to put another skin on it. I think they're about £80. You can see there's a hole right through it there, and so on and so forth. Obviously it would be just, I mean, you could buy another boot lid. I've got plenty of boot lids, but the problem is I went to a lot of trouble to get these hinges in right for this side opening boot. So what I'm going to do now is I'll run the flat wheel all the way around the edges, and I'll take the skin off, but I'll do it in quick time so you can see it. As I say, there's not really a lot to it, and I have the skinning tool to redo it anyway. This is really important, because as I said, I went to a lot of trouble to get these absolutely correct, and while it's off I'll weld all these holes in as well and bring a new skin back from Mini Spares or Mini Sport, whoever. I think they're about £79, £80 or something. But yeah, and then I can clean it, I can sandblast the inside as well, paint it at the same time that we do the floor and the Mini. So I'll shut you off and then I'll bring you back in quick speed. Okay, so nearly there. I'll just try and take this last little bit off in front here at normal speed. You can see it's very easy to break once you've got it through on the outer skin. You can easily break this off. You can see it's just not quite through. The way to do this is to heat it up. Cut the skin in and then try it with a pair of pliers and see if it comes off. It could snap if it's thin enough. There's no need to go right through and actually see the layers, because you should see through. You should see the outside skin, which has got this fold on it, and then the back piece. But there's no need to go that far. All you need to do is just basically get a pair of pliers or grips or whatever, and you can see that's just going to rip there. Again, this end, that's not quite there. You can see what this will do. That'll do is stop you damaging the piece you're going to keep, or you're going to put the new skin to. Because what you don't want to do, you can see how long this piece is now. Here, what you don't want to do is damage the piece you're going to put the actual skin onto. So it's always better to, if you can, maybe go too far with it. Again, you can see it's ripping. It's not quite through, but you can see I can lift that very easily. You can see it's done. That's up. Unfortunately, as usual, it's corroded right the way around. Yeah, it's right the way around. Now what will happen is there'll be some little spot welds here and there, which will stop me getting this off. It won't come up straight away, but there'll be the odd little tack weld here and there that I need to sort out. But I'll take the rest of it off and then I'll bring you back. So, got it off. So there's the back of it. I'll bring it under the light, maybe you can see it better. And you can see how badly it's corroded all the way around. Obviously what I'll have to do now is straighten this up, sandblast all this. You can see this is the patch that I put in from the inside. So I'll clean all this up and sandblast it, put new skin on it and do any repairs that need doing. And go from there. So this will obviously all need a new bottom end. And there we go. And there's the skin. You can see inside it's not too bad. There's a few pieces here, but the outside is really badly corroded. This is what I'm saying about you really need to treat these things when you're putting new skins on. So yeah. Okay, so that's it for today. Great shame because that's stuck on there, but they're not too expensive. I can probably pull it off, but they are plastic. But it was it just shows you how much rot was underneath it. So that's it. So I'll take care. I'll just bring the camera up a little bit. I'll probably look a bit of a mess because I've been working on this. So yeah, as usual, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and these little things are sent to trials. But at least I can have it painted the same when we do the floor in the Mini, when it's repainted. Everything's done now, so we want to do it all in one shot. Probably be after Christmas, I would think now. But look at the corrosion that's there now. It looked fine, and you can see how bad that corrosion is. It's pretty bad. Okay, take care. See you later. Bye.